Okay, so I guess two things. The first is don't be afraid to fail, and the second is always keep learning. And so there's this quote that I saw somewhere online that says failure is relative to your expectation of learning. And so to me that quote has always been, you're never going to fail as long as you're learning something. So don't be afraid. At the end of the day, no matter what you're doing, you're always going to learn something, and so you can't call that a failure.
For me, it was master the one. Instead of, be like Lena said, being scattered all over the place. Even if you don't know exactly what you want to do, you have to pick something and do that full force. And then, if it doesn't work out, you learn from your failures and try something else. You can't try to do too many things at once. You got to go all the way in on something. Not try to, oh, which one is it going to be? I don't know which one is it. You just got to pick. Pick something that you want to do. Pick something you're passionate about, and go all the way in, all cards in.
For me, it would be something that, and it's not this wonderful quote or anything. It's just my mother always told me. Um, I know I'm going back to church, but keep God first. And she always told me to slow down and stay focused. I just, for me, my mind runs a million miles per minute, and I have a million different ideas all the time. And she just says, you have to stay focused, and it kind of piggybacks on what you both are saying. Stay focused on one thing. When I first got out here, I started out as an actor, and then I realized I wanted to produce, and then I realized I wanted to do this, and it was all these wonderful things that I wanted to do, that I knew that I wanted to do, but I had to pick something. And I also want to say that for me, with that, what you said about being invaluable, I just have a quick thing I want to talk about really quickly. That is so, so true. I have gotten the best jobs out here, and I have never applied for any of them. It's all been word of mouth. And all it takes is one person. You never know who's watching you. You always say that. You never know who's watching you. And I remember my life going from, I came out here a grown woman with a kid, and I was PAing. It was not something that I was proud of, but I did it because I needed to get in. And I was invaluable on every single set that I was on, and I never applied for any movie that I worked on, and I've worked on probably maybe about 40 films now, to the point to where when Jessica Biel had her directorial debut, I am going to drop her name, I was called to be her AD. Not because, okay, Jessica Biel called me to to AD her directorial debut, and it was because I was called from a job that I did when I first got here as a PA, and it was just because it's like I love everything that you are because you are true to who you are, and it's so important to know who you are because if you don't, LA will make you something else.
Say that again.
And it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty, and everything you came out here for will go right out the window. You'll be packing it up. You'll either be out there on Skid Row or you'll be packing it up and going back home. So it is about being invaluable, staying focused, so that I can go back because I will digress on you and go way out the door. But yeah,
That was good,
yeah,
though.
yeah. But it's really about staying focused and finding whatever makes you grounded. For me, it's my spirituality. For you, it could be something else.
Just sign your own permission slip. When I first got here, I was waiting on someone to give me something. I was waiting on someone to pick me, and I picked myself. And once you choose yourself, your whole attitude about everything shifts. Even if you're a creative person and you need producers or you need someone else, you need funding, you need an investor or whatever, it's the way you think about what you do and whether you see yourself as a brand and an entity and something that's worth being invested in, and whether you're working as hard for yourself as you do for other people. So for me, it was just like, there's no one who's going to give it to me, and I have a very clear vision of what it is. So what are you waiting for? Like, a lot of us are I'm just waiting on it to happen. It's going to happen for me. It's like, no, it's not, because you're what's in the way, right? I always say that the person in the way is usually the person in the mirror. So we're waiting on someone or something to show up that's not coming. We have to be that, whatever it is that we're waiting on. So I say, sign your own permission slip and do what you want to do.
So many